Hi, I'm Gini Larsen. I'm the Women's Director here at ROCKPOINT. And today our verse comes from the book of Hebrews in chapter 12, verse 15. It goes like this. Look after each other so that none of you fails to receive the grace of God. Watch out that no particular root of bitterness grows up to trouble you, corrupting many. Now, every good gardener knows that you can't chop weeds. If you try to chop weeds with a weed eater, what happens? You cut them off at the soil line, but the roots remain, and they come back very quickly, and often they bring a lot of their weedy little friends with them. So you have an even bigger problem. It's no mistake that God uses the imagery of a weed to discuss a very serious sin that can happen in our lives, and that's the sin of bitterness. Bitterness is something that happens when someone actually commits an offense against us, and we remember that sin that they did over and over and over again. In effect, watering the root and causing it to grow. And so when someone commits a sin against you, when someone actually offends you in some way, when you remember it and rehearse it and think about it, you're watering it and you're causing an even bigger problem. The imagery here in the book of Hebrews is to remove that offense by the root so that it doesn't grow. We had a tree removed recently. It was called the sisu tree, or an Arizona rosewood. Arborists also call that tree the devil tree. The reason they do is because the roots of that tree are so powerful, they can get underneath the foundation of your home, crack the foundation, crack the sidewalks, and cause all kinds of very serious damage. What a shame to allow bitterness to crack the foundations of our marriages, our friendships, our relationships here at church. If we don't pull those offenses out by the root and stop watering them and feeding them with a memory of that offense, then we're permitting that to grow, and it can cause great damage. And so that's the warning we find in Hebrews 12:15 today. It's that we need to go to the Lord and ask for His help in using His word to stop watering and thinking about the things that have been done to us that have caused great damage in our hearts and created a poisonous bitter root that can spring back up and defile many. We don't cut it off at the soil line. We want to pull it out by the roots with God's help. So thank you, and I hope that this will be helpful for you today as you think about Hebrews 12, verse 15.